Okay, have y'all come across that video where Rosie O'Donnell shaded Diddy and predicted him going to jail while TLC busted out laughing? Especially Chilli. Girl, she was laughing the loudest.
Want to hear my joke I have? Ready? This is good. See if you like it. A lot of multiple nominees, multiple Grammy nominees this year. Lauryn Hill's got 4, TLC's got 8, and Sean Combs 5 to 10. Get it? Like he's going to jail?
Right.
All right. And I was going to say this. I was going to go, look. Look. I was going to go. I don't mean to be mean because, I mean, he's a nice guy and he can really sing. Oops.
The joke definitely didn't age well, but it also makes me wonder, what did the members of TLC really see during the time when Usher was working with Diddy? Especially Chilli, who was dating Usher. What did she really see? Child, the streets have been talking and they have a lot to say about what Chilli allegedly witnessed. I mean, just imagine Usher and Chilli's pillow talk at night when they were together. Did she know?
Stevie J, the Usher part, that's a touchy situation, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a certain feeling and I felt a certain way when Usher got on Shay Shay, and I don't mean to mention other people's platforms, but he got on Shay Shay and he mentioned how great and how good Puff taught him and everything. You know what I'm saying? About the business, right? I know, and people know, that was around that in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the hospital.
Now, before I even go any further, let me just make it clear that I am reporting what has been said before y'all come for me for some of the things that will come up. I know that when it comes to Usher, so far, there hasn't been anything really tangible linking him to all this Diddy madness. Just a whole bunch of speculation. But the streets are saying that we should probably be looking a little more into Chilli for details, and I'll tell you why. So Usher and Chilli originally met when Usher signed to the same label as Chilli, LaFace Records. Of course, we know that Usher was given to Diddy to be mentored, and at 14 years old, he moved to New York to stay with Diddy. And by extension, he had to go through the Puffy flavor camp. Usher also started dating Chilli. After some time during their relationship, Chilli made cameos in Usher's music videos, including You Remind Me and You Got It Bad. Now, people have been asking themselves this question. Those things that Usher said he witnessed when he was staying with Diddy and working with him, is it possible that Chilli witnessed some of these things because she started dating Usher at some point? Or is it possible that Usher told her about the things he witnessed?
I moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp?
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle,
right?
And I saw it, and it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
Well, after 3 years of being together, Chilli and Usher decided to part ways, and this is where there's a lot of tea. In 2004, Chilli alluded that cheating played a role in their breakup when she said on the Burt Show on Atlanta Q100 that Usher committed the ultimate no-no and that she would never take him back.
He did the ultimate no-no. You don't do that, and he did that, and I'll never take him back. So it's a done deal. He killed it. He did. He really did.
Chilli also said that if someone cheats one time, you don't wait around to see if they're going to do it again, basically saying that Usher cheated on her. In addition, during an episode of VH1's Behind the Music, Chilli recalled hearing rumors of infidelity that she told Usher about, and he even admitted it. She said, he admitted it. You know, I felt like a fool. I felt like everybody knew something and I didn't, and I'm just now finding out. Now, in 2013, Chilli was still talking about how she was hurt, and she even told Us Weekly, in any relationship, even when it came to my relationship with Usher, when it was time to make a move, I had to do that. I don't care how much my heart was hurting. Sometimes you're just supposed to be with people for a reason, and it's not always a lifetime. Even if you want it to be, it just doesn't work out that way. But I'll always love him forever because he was my first adult love, a real love. But we're cool. We're really cool. There's no hard feelings, nothing like that. It's all good. Well, Chilli also said in this interview that Usher never cheated on her, but obviously that contradicted everything she had previously said. It may have been said that the reason for the breakup was because Usher was cheating on Chilli, but people are now beginning to wonder Usher if the breakup had anything to do with Diddy, given everything that has already come out about Usher and Diddy. We've actually had some people say that they heard that one of the reasons why Chilli left Usher was because he gave her an STD. You know, the one he allegedly got from Diddy. Not my words, guys. Not my words. I am merely reporting what has already been said. I mean, we've already seen reports claiming that there's actually a tape of Usher and Diddy, as well as reports claiming that Usher's mom confronted Diddy about allegedly being intimate with Usher and giving him an STD after she found out what was going on. Gene Deal, who obviously spent a lot of time around Usher and Diddy, also confirmed that there was indeed a situation that ended up with Usher in the hospital. As far as Gene is concerned, Usher had no business singing Diddy's praises when he did the interview on Club Shay Shay, because they both know what Diddy did to him. And don't ask me why Gene witnessed all the things he said he witnessed and didn't say anything, because I also don't know.
Now I let Usher explain that to y'all. I let Usher tell that story. But how dare you say a man that you gonna give him a pass? Bruh, you know I know.
Something else about Diddy and Usher is that allegedly, while Kim Porter was going through security footage from Uptown Records because she had a feeling Diddy was playing her, she allegedly came across footage of Diddy and Andre Harrell. Obviously, Kim did not expect to find footage of Diddy and Andre when she was going through the recordings, but she did, and she kept the footage. Allegedly, based on reports, Kim didn't just get her hands on footage of Diddy and Andre, she also had video footage of Diddy allegedly taking advantage of Usher. So, what some people have been saying is that Usher's time with Diddy caused him to develop an addiction, and that's why he was cheating on Chilli left, right, and center. There are some studies claiming that there is a correlation between those who've experienced SA at a young age and how they consequently become hypersexual. And people are saying that this is possibly what happened with Usher when he was with Chilli. Actually, it seems like Chilli is the one who got away, and Usher is probably hoping the door is still open since they were still in contact until a few years ago. This also probably explains why Usher can't stop talking about Chilli. Y'all, as recently as February 2024, Usher candidly reflected on his romance with Chilli, telling People magazine, "If I'm to be honest, I was her #1 fan and she was my superstar. At the age of 8, I put her poster on my wall and said, man, that girl is so beautiful. One day I'm going to meet her." He also hinted that distance may have led to their split, adding, "I was a young man and she had very specific rules that didn't work for me. We were missing each other. I really did want to have a different type of relationship where she was there with me, and she couldn't be. She didn't believe that I was actually in love with her as much as I was." According to Usher, he even proposed to Chilli shortly before their breakup, and he revealed this saying, "I wanted to marry her. I proposed to her, she told me no. I went through a great deal of pain after that, not trusting women or wanting to open up. We were cool with each other after the split, but I was very careful with that. I really did love that girl, and I was like, I don't want to play with you. Like, I can't give you what I gave you. I did everything that I thought you would have wanted me to do, but I guess my good wasn't great enough." But let me tell you something interesting about this interview. You see, this interview happened around the time Keke Palmer's mother said that Usher was gay.
You motherfuckers don't know who you dealing with.
Y'all do. Y'all have no idea who you stepped up to play with. But it's all good.
I tried to be nice to you.
Yeah.
I tried to be nice because I thought you had some mental problems.
Nope.
So I tried to be nice. But you gonna talk about my daughter? You gonna harass my daughter? You gonna talk about Usher? Usher is gay.
Armand Williams.
Family don't even understand the business. Usher is gay, guys.
Armand Williams.
Told her to put some clothes on. Told her to put some clothes on.
Give me into Usher.
Told her to put some clothes on.
You are stupid.
Told her to put some clothes on.
Allegedly, Usher was trying to deflect by bringing up that story about proposing to Chilli and trying to hide the truth about what everyone knows and what Chilli also knows. And people are saying that maybe Chilli saw all those things that Diddy was allegedly doing to Usher.
It's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like just back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early with me. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world.
Let's also not forget that Usher is one of the people who was possibly talked about in the lawsuit that Lil Rod filed against Diddy. The lawsuit talks about how Diddy specifically mentored Cuba Gooding Jr. and showed him his ways with the goal of passing him off to others. Lil Rod actually said that he was introduced to Cuba while on a yacht in January 2023, who proceeded to force himself on him until being forcibly pushed away. He also said that Diddy used his admiration admiration of Stevie J to ease the fact that he's always been on the DL. And he even said that at one point, Diddy played him footage purported to show Stevie J hooking up with a white man. Lil Rod then alleged that Diddy told him he had slept with 2 other celebrities, and even though their names have been redacted, one of them was described at the footnote as a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj, while the other is said to have performed at the Super Bowl and had a successful Vegas residency. I mean, he must have been speaking about Usher, right? Usher is actually also mentioned in another lawsuit where Dawn Richards